We'll be reviewing the Lagan Induction Cooktop today, especially looking at the power or wattage that it consumes at the different settings. Then we'll also look at the unboxing and of course put it through a real life test. We think this induction cooktop could be ideal if you want to set yourself up for off-grid living, for example on your boat or campervan. You might be working off a solar powered battery system, in which case it's crucial to know how much power it actually consumes. So that's a question we're going to answer today. We bought this watt meter to be able to measure the power that it consumes exactly. So here it is, that should come in quite handy. I'm doing my best to make this video as quick as possible, not wasting any of your time. But to quickly introduce ourselves, we are the Dutch sailing family. We upload videos to YouTube about the boat and travel lifestyle, including any helpful tips and our experiences as well. Definitely follow us if you're interested to see more impressions of our travel lifestyle or any helpful videos as well. Okay then, let's get started and unbox the Lagan Induction Cooktop by IKEA. If you stick with us till the end of the video, you'll see how long it takes to boil a big pan of water on the induction cooktop here. But we'll start off with the unboxing and the first impressions and then the power consumption of it. As you would probably expect from IKEA, the induction cooktop comes well protected inside its packaging. And the first impressions are good. It's nice and shiny and looks very well made. I think it's time now to connect it to our watt meter, switch it on and see how it works and how much power it consumes. I'm also very curious to see how noisy it is and if it clicks on and off repeatedly and whether that's annoying or maybe it's barely noticeable. Let's see. After plugging the induction cooktop in for the first time, the touch lock was activated, which you need to first deactivate by holding the lock button for a short while. Then tap the on switch and tap the plus sign next to the cooking zone that you want to use. What I really wanted to know before buying the induction cooktop is how much power it uses at the different settings for each cooking zone. After all, we're using it on a boat powered by batteries, so this is super important. I couldn't find this precise info anywhere online, so here it is. You can see here in power setting 1, with only one cooking zone active, the Lagan induction cooktop cycles on and off by itself using a maximum of 300 watts. Let's move on to power setting number 2, using only one of the available cooking zones, the one on the right, which is the same size as the one on the left, but actually slightly stronger. At power setting number 2, the induction cooktop still cycles on and off between 0 and 300 watts, but at a slightly higher frequency than in power setting 1. At power setting 3, we see the same thing, a maximum of 300 watts cycling on and off repeatedly. The readings on the watt meter are slightly delayed, but more than good enough for this purpose. At power setting number 4 for the right hand cooking zone, we see that the power draw reaches almost 300 watts continuously. The rest of the power settings are continuous and power setting number 5 takes us to almost 500 watts. Setting 6 takes us to 700 watts. And at power setting 7, we're reaching a total power consumption of 1000 watts. Setting 8 takes it to 1500 watts. And setting number 9 is full power for the right hand cooking zone, reaching 2000 watts. Having switched off all cooking zones, the cooktop displays an H for hot and uses only 3 watts. On the Lagan Induction Cooktop from IKEA, the right burner is 2000 watts and the left burner is 1200 watts. So we're going to test the left one out now as well, see how much power that draws. Just like the other cooking zone, the left-hand cooking zone on setting number 1 uses a maximum of 300 watts and cycles on and off by itself repeatedly. The same happens in settings 2, 3 and 4. The cooktop just turns on a little bit more often. Setting number 5 on the left hand cooking zone draws continuous power at just under 300 watts. And let's keep that background music off for a while so we can hear how much noise the cooktop itself actually makes, and that's really not very much at all, is it? Setting number 6 takes it up to almost 400 watts. At setting number 7 we're reaching about 600 watts. Eight takes it up to 900 watts. And at setting number 9, using only the left hand cooking zone, we're reaching 1200 watts. Here we have both cooking zones on at setting number 7, and it keeps both pans boiling continuously, while it's using just under 1600 watts total power. Okay, that's it. Dinner is ready now, I suppose, and ready for the results. I think all good. The noise levels, no problem. We can hear the fan a little bit, but it's very weak, not very loud at all. In the lower power settings, you can tell that it cycles between power on and off, but you don't hear any clicking sound. So that helps a lot. That's no issue whatsoever. Then the total power of the induction cooktop. So we've got a big pan now on the lower wattage burner. And once that's brought to a boil, it will keep boiling, even in setting 7, so not the maximum. So I think in terms of total power with a big pan, it's no problem either. So I think that's absolutely fine. Then I was able to show you with a little watt meter here on the side how much power it consumes at the different power settings from 1 until 9. Basically 1 to 4 is on and off, and then from 5 it's continuous power for both sides. And that's it. So hopefully those power settings and wattage works for your particular setup in terms of batteries and inverter, whatever you have yourself. And the last thing that we really liked about this one is that the buttons are here on the longer side and not the shorter side. So that works really well for us because of the layout of our particular galley kitchen on the boat. Alright, bonus content. I was pretty curious to see how long it would take to boil this pot of water, 2 liters in there. Cold water straight from the tap with the 2 kilowatts and 2000 watts burner on the right hand side. So let's see. On maximum 9, start the time, and there we go. While we wait for the time to pass, a quick note about the power usage. Of course, we have to keep in mind that if you are running this induction cooktop on batteries via an inverter, there will be a loss there. So you should easily add another 10% to these power levels to make sure your batteries and inverter can handle it. There you go. Just under 7 minutes for those 2 liters to get to the boil. Now we know. This IKEA Induction Cooktop also comes with a timer function. To use it, switch on the cooktop, select a power setting for a cooking zone, then tap the clock symbol and use the plus or minus to set the amount of minutes after which you want the cooktop to switch off. That's all, then you can just sit back and wait. It will switch off by itself. Of course, this IKEA induction cooktop comes with some instructions and warning booklets. Here's a quick look at them as well. If you're ready to buy an induction cooktop, take a look at the links in the video description and the comments, where we try to find the best deals for you. Great. So that's all about the IKEA Lagan Induction Cooktop. I hope it was really helpful. If you do have any questions, you want to know more about it, please feel free to post in the comments. And of course, if you're interested in our other content, sailing or travel family type style, then please subscribe to the channel. Give us a like, tell everyone else about it. Support the channel in 3 ways, and that's amazing. We hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.